Hello, Collins here. What you're about to watch is the last episode of Where Streams Come True recorded at Studio 76, and as thus will be the last episode of the show uploaded to the Studio 76 YouTube channel. All previous episodes will begin to be uploaded to my personal account here once I am able to get back to making new episodes. Graduating, things are mixed up, but I do intend on continuing the show sometime down the line. Will also be uploaded to that feed. As far as the audio version, the podcast feed will remain the same, basically unchanged. I want to say thank you to everyone at Studio 76 who I've worked with over the years, especially Professor B. And thank all of you for watching and supporting the show in any way that you have. I hope that you've enjoyed the ride so far. I certainly have. And I hope to be making more content in the future. So please enjoy Lego Star Wars, the new Yoda Chronicles. Race for the Holocrons.
All aboard!
Hey! Huh? Oops! What? Wow! Yeah!
Welcome everyone to episode 44 of Where Streams Come True, the show where we suffer the entire good and bad Disney Plus. This is still on. There we go.
Doing great.
I am your host, Collins, and joining me today are my guests, Rachel and Tia.
Hello.
Back to
Hello.
the show.
Hello.
This week we watched Lego Star Wars, the new Yoda Chronicles, Race for the Holocrons, the 2014 short film directed by Michael Hagner. Obi-Wan urges Luke to return to Tatooine with Darth Vader also on the hunt. It's a race for the Jedi Holocrons.
Dun dun dun!
Initial thoughts. Have you seen this before? I don't think any of us have, but experience first time viewing now. What's your initial thoughts?
I thought it was cute. I don't think I've ever actually sat down and watched a Lego short before. I know. I need to. They're so delightful.
Lego Palpatine is my favorite Star Wars character.
I'm always a fan of
He's so good.
Non-canon,
Mm-hmm.
like Ruby Chibi. It's just shit that they do that has no bearing on the story, but it's just funsies. That's what Lego is. And I've never seen one of these before, and now I'm going to go watch a bunch of them probably.
Yeah, I definitely have not seen any
Context for what happened in this one.
them. But
yeah, I had no context for what happened in this one. I just kind of rolled with it.
Yeah, it was cute. I had to rewind the part where the Jawas hoods flew off.
That was
because it was too funny to keep to myself. Yeah, that was pretty good. But ultimately, I thought it was cute.
I'll rant for a second about how Disney Plus really should have these organized as
episodes
of a show instead of separate shorts, because you have to Google the watch order.
That's really annoying.
If you want to watch them
I hate that.
in order. I hate it too. It's annoying.
It is.
It is.
In it?
It's a bit annoying, isn't it?
Anyway, this is via Wikipedia.
Thank you, Wikipedia, my
Praise.
Lord and
this
Savior.
This is the full review. Opening crawl. Episode 5. Star Wars? Of this? I'm not sure. Race for the Holocrons. Luke Skywalker is on a quest to discover the hidden place of the Holocrons. The sacred crystals needed to complete his Jedi training. Years earlier, at the direction of Jedi Master Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi buried them on Luke's desolate home planet of Tatooine. Cut to Dune Sea. Luke's just a little bit off. Luke Skywalker, Leia, C-3PO, and R2-D2 are at Utapau, trying to find a ship to travel to Tatooine, but a Varactyl attacks them after it gets a rock kicked at it by Luke. It chases them down a hole, including itself.
That's a weird way of phrasing it.
Luke jumps down to save them.
Wait, is that what that thing is called? A Varactyl?
Yeah.
A Varactyl, okay.
I love them.
Then we cut to different characters. Yeah, I think this is a bad opening.
Yeah. It was not great.
Sort of just goes in there. I don't know, maybe.
It might make more sense if you watch the rest of them.
Yeah, if you know why
Maybe.
they're on Utapau.
Yeah. I honestly thought that the episode took a really good turn as soon as Darth Vader was like, "Don't call me pleather pants."
Yeah.
Like that, honestly, it was all uphill from there.
Yeah.
You know? I thought that was great.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
As for Han Solo and Chewbacca, Darth Vader attacks the Millennium Falcon in his personal TIE fighter, thinking Luke is with them. Han and Chewie manage to destroy Vader's fighter, but he manages to sneak in and interrogate Han Solo and his Wookiee about Luke's whereabouts, but not before insulting the Falcon.
Dun, dun.
Can I make my comment about
Yes,
Han
you can
Solo,
make your comment
please?
about Han Solo.
Han Solo in this short sounds like Markiplier. Hello, everyone. My name is Han Solo, and welcome back to Darth Vader TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
Part 3.
Part 3.
Anything notable to talk about there?
It's mostly just
It's a
I love.
funny joke.
I also love every time that
The
people.
jokes haven't started yet, really.
No, but I do love whenever people talk shit about the Falcon.
Yeah.
I just think it's
Like a
fun.
chair
It
falls
sucks.
over
It's
and-
awful.
This is what beat me?
It's just falling apart at the seams. It's held together with like 16 rolls of
When-
duct tape, you
yeah.
know?
When Darth Vader gets in, he just like slams him on the roof and down again.
Oh, yeah,
over and over
several
again.
times.
And the music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, along with it, I was like, okay, that's pretty clever.
That's also
Like
always
those
a good
little
joke.
those little editing cues, I think
Those
that-
are always fun.
they are fun, and I think that they really help with like the comedy
Oh, yeah.
of the particular moment.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's
I
a
noticed
special
that.
thing that you get with Lego.
I might have to watch more, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
same.
know. I really...
I'd recommend like the Lego Star Wars the holiday specials. They did recently they did a Christmas special and a Halloween special.
I do remember
That
seeing
are
clips from the Halloween special.
Very funny.
That was Ahsoka and Maul having a pumpkin carving contest.
Interesting. I thought
It was
that
cute.
all of the Christmas specials were like frowned upon. Like even Mark Hamill.
No,
like,
it's
that's
just
a live action
the
one, yeah.
Oh,
the
okay.
It does
Christmas
make fun
special.
of that special.
Yeah.
though, in the Lego Star Wars
okay,
holiday special.
We watched a segment from that a
Oh.
while back on this show, and it was rough.
We did, yeah, the animated one, not the one where Chewie's dad watches porn in the living room.
No, it was
Whoa.
the one where
Base,
Boba
yeah.
Fett got invented, and also I guess Harrison Ford made the animators mad because they did not do him justice.
Yeah.
He looked so bad.
Oh god.
So while Luke is falling down the hole, because it's one of those it's
Bottomless hole. Yeah.
attempting to save his friends, the ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi appears to tell him he might have been able to find the Holocrons himself, but Darth Vader is also looking for them. Obi-Wan also tells Luke that they are buried under the Dune Sea and go get them. Okay.
Sure.
After he gets himself out of the situation he is in, Luke manages to build a bungee out of rocks and jump to safety.
We love force bullshit.
Don't we?
and
We
like
could just do whatever.
it's what you do. It's what you do in every Lego game when you don't know what to do. You just break everything until something lets you build. That's what he does. He lightsabers down and then he uses the Force to build it.
That's true.
Which is fun. Also sending the Fractal tumbling to its doom. Unfortunately, it starts climbing up the chasm walls after them. The group manages to get a starship, and C-3PO tells R2D2 R2D2 to intercept the computer port. R2 refuses because of its uncleanliness, but pushes on after using a sanitizer. The
Oh, I
ship
must
is
have
started
missed
after
that
the
part.
Varacto climbs onto it, but it sends the creature back down the hole for good. Freaking R2 like pulling out little hand sanitizer spritz just on his little port before, and like slow motion like going through everyone into the port.
Everyone's just like watching.
Varactal.
Varactal.
Fractal dam.
Whatever. It's pretty good.
Fractal ractal. Yeah, no, I thought it was good.
So, during Vader's interrogation on Han and Chewie via Force choke, there's a hyperlink here to telekinesis in Wikipedia.
Interesting.
Okay, sure.
I love how it keeps the hyperlinks when you copy and paste it. Abbreviated TK is a neutral ability. It's got a
Okay,
it's
Wikipedia.
oh my gosh, it's such a long page.
Yeah, I bet that's like their big thing. That's like the thing that they do all the time.
Luke contacts them. Actually, no, I can take a little tangent here. I wanna read real quick
Okay.
all of the alternate names for
For-
telekinesis. Force disarm, force lift, levitate, force choke, force grip, force crush, force slam, force throw, pummel, force pull, force tug, force rend, force push, force shove, force thrust, force pulse, force blast, force grasp, force wave, force shockwave, force repulse.
Let's play a game called Another Word for Telekinesis or Sex Position.
That's why the Jedi aren't allowed. They're too
Choke.
good at
How
it.
Yeah,
many
right.
sources does this have? Oh, it doesn't just say. Boo.
I know.
No, it's got 41 sources.
Good lord.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's like that's how you recognize the Force is through telekinesis. It's almost like that's the most prominent and recognizable.
People say
It's
that
true.
Part.
people
It's
like
true.
to say, "Oh, my least favorite movie is when they ruined the Force." No, they ruined the Force when they made a video game that gave a Force ability a name, and it stopped being fun at that point for me. Because at that point, I'm using Force choke. It's dumb. Anyway, Luke
Yeah, no,
contacts them
that's
about
fair.
the location of the Jolly Holocrons. Vader is also there, and Luke quickly tries to trick Vader into thinking the Holocrons are actually on Naboo and not on Tatooine, but Vader isn't fooled, and now knows the whereabouts of the Holocrons and Skywalker! While Vader is distracted by the message, Han and Chewie manage to hide in the Millennium Falcon's escape pod. Unfortunately, Vader notices and ejects the pod to the planet below, leaving him to venture into the Dune Sea. However, there's a lot of howevers in this. A small group
Yeah.
of Jawas managed
That's
to
how
find
I
the
write.
Holocrons first. The scream.
I give myself maybe 2.
The
and then that's it.
scream that Han does when they
It's
get
the most
shot out of his-
Markiplier I've ever heard.
Ah, the old hide
Hide
in the escape pod thing.
trick.
Vader just.
Oh!
So there's a hyperlink to the escape pod page of the wiki.
Oh my god, I love Wikipedia so
That's
much.
fantastic.
It's open source. Anyone can just do whatever.
You can fit up to
Open
6 people in
source.
a typical escape pod.
Right, they're like crammed in there, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure escape pods are bigger than that.
Wait, is this like common knowledge?
For people who've watched a lot of stuff, I've been doing like Star Wars research for random bullshit reasons.
Star
recently.
Wars research.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Hey, you do you boo boo.
It has a lot of.
You know, I've written
appearances.
2 papers on Star Wars, right? 2
I
academic.
feel like it.
Oh
I
my
feel like it
God.
might have come up. I feel like it might have come
2
up.
academic papers, which both got very good grades. Actually,
Fantastic. I love that
Yeah.
for you.
Lego.
18 pages total
Oh.
between
I
the
do
2
not
of them.
see Lego Star Wars Linear Chronicles in the list of appearances, so they got to update the wiki. There is, however, only 15 references.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little lacking on the references.
Yeah. And
feel
then
like-
there's a hyperlink to the page on Jawas, which of course is going to be. Does it talk about what they actually look like under the hoods?
Force choke.
That's what force choking sounds like.
I'm force choking. Like if you, it kind of sounds like I don't know if you guys ever played like games outside with your friends. I'm 30, so we did that shit all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
what?
we would like
Games outside.
like games outside.
Oh.
Like,
yeah.
play with your friends, and we'd always like narrate what we were doing. So I'd be like, "And I'm gonna shoot this boy in the head with a wooden arrow that I just sharpened on the sidewalk." There's like actually a small boy walking on the sidewalk, and you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna force choke you now. I'm gonna force
Yeah.
choke the boy on the sidewalk.
And now I'm
Yeah.
going to force choke you.
Yes, and now
Yeah.
I'm going to force choke you.
Okay. Oh well.
That's where it
Actually,
all starts.
actually, you cannot force choke me because I have a shield.
It's the gateway to BDSM.
Oh my god. Why do you think
That's
that?
why, you know, stuff like that is why I wish I had been introduced to D&D earlier, so that there were rules, so you wasn't just, but I have this, oh, but I have this.
That's what made it fun. You could just do whatever you wanted.
It wasn't fun.
I've not played a D&D
Because I got
game.
flustered easily. Things become a problem for Luke and his friends when a squadron of X-Wing fighters led by Wedge Antilles attack him because the ship he chose was an Imperial starship. This scene is so dumb. Luke helplessly fights back to defend himself after an unsuccessful attempt to tell Wedge what the issue is, killing all
All
his
of
friends.
them.
Meanwhile, Vader has the same experience with this squadron of Imperial TIE fighters, and he complains on them finally deciding to have good aim. Parentheses. And unlike Luke, Vader have some fun shooting at his attack.
Vader have
Comments,
some fun.
It's fun to win every once in a while. Wikipedia.
Wikipedia's open source.
Yeah, there's
Open source.
hyperlinks to X-Wing and Wedge Antilles, but that's
Yeah, we all know who
we
Wedge
want more
Antilles
niche
is.
stuff.
Yeah,
Come on, we all know Wedge.
of course. Classic
on.
Wedge.
Classic Wedge.
Classic Wedge.
He's dead now,
He's-
apparently.
yeah,
He was a
classic
ghost
Wedge.
in
He's in episode
episode
9.
6. And episode 9, he was a ghost in that one,
No,
too.
he was alive in episode.
No, he's a ghost because he died when Luke shot him. while he was
Classic
looking for-
Wedge.
Classic Wedge, you know?
Oh, jeez.
He's always doing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Hazel eye color and fair skin and dark brown hair. He's 1.7 meters tall.
Collins, you're blushing.
Ooh, 1.7 meters. Okay.
Meter.
77
I don't know what that means.
kilograms. I don't know what that
I don't
goes
know what
to.
that means either.
Weight?
I don't ever trust.
Kilograms?
I don't trust the heights that they put on
Anyway,
Wikipedia.
I thought this scene was stupid, and Luke shot all of his friends.
Yeah.
Luke did several murders. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia title card. Luke does some murders.
Yes.
The gang kills their friends.
Have
Because
we?
he makes like one attempt to tell
Yeah, he's
Wedge,
like,
it's me.
"No,
Oh, then
I'm
you can
out
help
here."
Kill this Imperial. Like, no, I'm in the ship.
Right, he didn't say no, I'm in the ship.
Or just
He didn't ever do that. He's just like,
Whatever.
well, what a shame.
Okay,
I
hold on.
started
We need to
shooting.
rewind for a second.
Yeah.
What?
So, everybody, are you guys familiar with Futurama?
Yes.
No.
There was a scene in the beginning of this episode, right before we met Darth Vader, where it like floated over the city, and there was a billboard. Did you guys see what the billboard said?
Might have.
It was like, right, get in touch with your government and get that Empire State of Mind.
I did see that,
Oh
yeah.
my god. Yo,
I thought that was so funny.
They have billboards all over.
Yeah,
my
it's
favorite
so
Star Wars
funny.
character, Lego Palpatine, when he's like, I've got a fever and the only cure is Holocrons.
Classic.
Lego Palpatine is so funny.
I want Palpatine to be like that in canon.
Palpatine's the one that's like, do it. Right?
Yeah, he's
okay.
that. Yeah. That was the crunchiest, grimiest Palpatine impression
He's,
I've ever heard. I'm in
You're
love
welcome.
with it.
You'll get an
dumping on
invoice later.
Vader
Thank
in
you.
the Lego stuff. He's so mean to Vader. It's hilarious.
Good.
So Han and
I think we
Chewbacca-
should bully Darth Vader more often.
should.
I love Lego
Leather
Darth
pants.
Vader. He was
Pull
like,
his
I'm not leather
Yeah,
pants.
he's
pull
like-
his cape over his head.
It
you
got
know?
caught in the thing.
He did, yeah.
When
No
he's shooting the
cape.
TIE fighters, he's like, yeah, pew pew.
I love Darth Vader. Lego
Oh,
Lego
man.
Darth Vader.
Han and Chewbacca's escape pod crash on Dagobah and seek to find shelter, but a bad choice as they enter a cave that Luke faced in episode 5 and run out screaming. They soon encounter Yoda right next to the cave, and they come to a realization. Han and Yoda greet each other again, as they have not been together since an earlier installment, where his name was Ian, apparently. So this happened. This happened
Ian and
in-
Yo-Yo.
So for those
is
of
how
you
they-
not in the know, this happened in Lego Star Wars: The Padawan Menace.
I know nothing of
From
this.
2011. Could you have a plot summary that's not several paragraphs long? I just want to know what happened. Just, a group of younglings on a field trip. Massage adventurous Palpatine. While on the tour, the young child known as Ian stirs up trouble. So I guess Ian, in this continuity, because this isn't canon,
No.
Ian Han was a youngling or something, or he's just on a field trip.
Okay.
He was about to wee bear.
He met Yoda on a field trip.
Wait, that'd be cute, actually. I
It
want
is
to go on a
revealed
field trip
that-
to the Jedi Temple.
It is revealed that Ian's name is Solo, and the H on his name tag was sideways, meaning he is Han Solo. Oh, so his tag was supposed to be Han, but it was sideways, so it looked like it said Ian, so everyone was calling him Ian.
Oh.
So his name wasn't actually Ian.
Duh.
Of course.
There's little baby Han.
Oh, look at he's a wee
Oh, little
bear.
boy.
What a f***ing cute little thing. I'm gonna be just pinch his cheek.
Just want to pinch his head right off.
Just want to eat him up.
So there's some deep continuity that you have to keep track of in this thing. The billboard jokes do continue here with like the dark side cave. Face your greatest fears.
It's like Dagobah, a good place to rest it is, or whatever
Yeah.
it said.
It really like reminds me of Futurama humor.
does.
You
Yeah.
know?
Some issues. They have some like spaces that shouldn't be there. Anyway, Darth Vader reaches Tatooine first, arriving in Mos Eisley. While running towards his target, he runs into Ponda Baba and Dr. Evazan.
Are
Sure.
those the armless folks?
Yup. Ponda Baba is the weird alien guy, and Dr. Evazan. He's a doctor.
He's
He's a
Scottish.
doctor?
He's Scottish, right?
Wait, Dr. Evazan.
Isn't that what he was talking? Is it
Cornelius.
Scottish?
Cornelius.
Cornelius.
Evazan.
So yes, he is Scottish.
Cornelius.
Yeah.
Yes. Does everybody have lightsabers now?
He considered himself a skilled surgeon, even though his patients were often maimed or killed after botched operations.
You know what? Some
Mood.
people. So you had a bad day.
You had a bad day. You had a bad
Oh, wait,
day, and you had a bad
Wikipedia
day.
has sound bites.
Ooh, I'm-
Hello?
Oh, there's also the Wikipedia page for doctor, which shows up as well.
I was
good.
on the Wikipedia. Somehow I ended up on the Wikipedia page for food the other day.
It's very good.
Said
Huh.
food or foodstuffs, and I was like, wait, is
Oh,
food
no,
short
I
for
no, I don't want to.
Foodstuffs? They're like, simplify it. Cut that off.
Star Wars? You don't have to.
Foodstuffs.
You don't have to.
That scared me. It went dark in there.
Just ghosts. Don't worry about it.
Spooky.
It doesn't actually play the file. It lets you download.
That's
mother.
lame as hell.
Who repeats the same threat he told to Luke in A New Hope. Vader chops off Evazan's arm with a lightsaber in frustration, which also had happened to Ponda Baba in Episode 4. Thank you for explaining that. Luke and company then encounter them as well, but the criminal amputees flee in panic as to not get further injured. Vader then walks into the famous canteen to ask for a vehicle, but the bartender calls him off as the metal detector went off, mistaking him for a droid. The Sith Lord destroys the detector and sends the bartender headfirst into the ceiling with the Force. Realizing the consequence, he changes his mind and permits droids into the cantina, resulting into a small group of droids walking in and celebrating. It's very detailed at this point.
Yeah.
Vader asks for a vehicle, which the bartender is happy to loan, possibly to keep Vader from getting mad again. I'll stop there. I don't need that in parentheses.
Yeah.
The droids did a little dance.
It was cute.
It was
There
really cute.
was an astromech that was breakdancing, and I liked it.
It reminds me in Lego Star Wars, you couldn't bring droids into that area.
Oh my god.
And it would have like a little detector like that, so you'd have to switch your character to someone who's not a droid.
Why aren't
I
droids
appreciate
allowed?
Because they're racist.
Because of the Clone Wars.
Sure.
That's at least what I
I mean, I
understand of it.
guess. Why? I mean, all droids. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they're racist because of the Clone
They're
Wars.
racist because of the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Battle droids and
because the bad
astromechs
guys
are not equivalent.
were just a bunch of droids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely can't have like a good plot without like racial
They fired on civilians
Tensions.
a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Very
Luke
well.
and his friends then arrive on Tatooine to meet Watto to find a vehicle to travel to the Dune Sea. Luke demands a pod racer, but is fresh out of money. Attempting a Jedi mind trick, Watto does not fall for it. But when Leia assists him in the mind trick, the creature finally falls into hypnosis, including C-3PO, for some reason.
For some reason.
They have the pod racer loaned to them, and 3PO is left with Watto. The bartender loans Darth Vader a land speeder, but he takes off with it after Skywalker and company passes him. But after they both comment on their foe having their vehicle, Luke and Vader's pod racer from episode. So I thought the mind trick thing was dumb, but then I was informed by Rachel that in the Clone Wars, they mind trick Cad
Leah
Bane
did
by
bring it
using-
up.
Leah brought it up. That's right.
Yeah. They.
What
Um,
did they do in Clone Wars?
There's a guy who is immune to mind tricks, so they get like 5 Jedi to all mind trick them at the same time, and then it works.
Wait,
So-
is this the movie? Like the Jedi?
no,
the
it's
Clone Wars
the
movie?
the show.
the show?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that
I'm
is
not-
a
I
canon
can't keep up.
thing.
Yeah.
If someone is resistant
It
to mind
stacks.
tricks, you just stack a bunch of Jedi,
Yeah.
and then it works.
Even if you're not really a Jedi.
Yeah,
'Cause-
Well, Leia,
She
it
has
does
the
have the
Force.
Force.
but like barely. at
Force
this point.
choke. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, I like that 3PO is just like a sign flipper. Like,
Right?
that's pretty
he's
good.
just flipping the sign.
The fact that they got Anthony Daniels to do the voice.
That was fun.
He's the
I
only
was-
person.
Okay.
That was actually C3PO.
That's what
Yeah.
I thought, but I didn't
That's like a
know.
thing
I
that
didn't
he
look it up.
does. He likes to voice C-3PO and everything C-3PO is in.
Good. I love
Good for
that
him.
continuity.
Yeah.
Continuity for the character.
So
Mhm.
it doesn't. So Han doesn't sound like Markiplier if he.
Exactly.
Or like Tom Hanks' brother who voices Woody in all the video games.
Bless.
Really?
Yep.
Like the generic Tom Hanks is like voicing the video
Kroger
games?
brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Kroger brand Tom Hanks.
Good for him.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
that bag.
All right.
All right. There's a wiki article for Land Speeder. There's
I'm fighting every urge in my
also known as an overlander or floater.
a floater.
Ew.
Yeah.
You don't have to Star Wars, and you don't
Okay.
have to call it jizz music Star Wars.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Han, Chewbacca, and Yoda are sitting by a campfire eating popcorn, while Yoda tells them a story about Luke and the Holocrons. The aged Jedi Master suddenly stops after he realizes Luke might be in danger. He sends Han and Chewie back in the escape pod set for Tatooine. The escape pod being the escape pod that Yoda used in episode
Right, it's a
3.
different escape pod.
Different
That's
escape pod.
poor phrasing, Wikipedia.
That has a hyperdrive.
Well, technically, it is a garbage can. 'Cause
Yeah.
What did he say? Is behind that garbage can?
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not exactly.
It's like a, what, at this point, it's like a 15 to a 20-year-old. It's like a
20-year-old
20-year-old
thing, he hasn't used
escape pod that's just been sitting
I
there.
mean,
If it works.
If it works.
I don't know why it's that. Whatever. I'm not gonna go into.
Don't worry about it,
continuity
it's
of how
Lego.
He didn't fly that to Dagobah. At the Jawa Sandcrawler. Open up the tab for Sandcrawler.
Now you want to worry about formalities?
Yes. At this point, Bib Fortuna is visiting check if there is anything good to purchase. That's
Cool.
parentheses SIC or whatever it is. It's in brackets
Mm.
for when you whatever. As written. Apparently, the Jawas had also put a pile of holocrons labeled shiny cubes up for sale. I like
cute.
that. But before the Twi'lek can decide, are you on the camp of Twi'lek or Twi'lek?
Twi'lek.
Twi'lek. I waver.
Bless you both.
They notice Luke and Darth Vader speeding towards them. Their endangerment sends everyone outside the crawler into a panic. And R5D4's motivator malfunctioning again, like in episode 4.
Whoa.
I didn't even notice that.
I didn't either.
After they arrive at the Sandcrawler, the Jedi and Sith engage in a short lightsaber duel, but their fighting allows the Jawas to escape with the holocrons. I love this. From here on out is just pure gold. With their power giving the Sandcrawler super speed. They take off in the
Sandcrawler.
crawler
That's
in
what
their
it's
proper
called.
vehicles this time. They switch.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Right.
And leave Leia and R2-D2 behind, but at that moment, Han and Chewie land on Tatooine, realizing Luke has already left. Then they have to get in the pod yet again, this time with Princess and R2. Super fast Sandcrawler is one of my favorite memes,
It was.
and
That-
it's very funny that they used that here.
I'm so glad.
I thought it was hilarious. Like I told you I rewound it so that I could share it with my man
Right.
spouse because
When
I
their
could not keep that to my.
with their hoods
Yeah,
flip
they're
back.
just like, and they're like these little beady eyes, and I'm like, oh shit, that's really funny. I gotta share this with
It's
somebody.
like glowing blue.
Yeah.
There's, I don't know if this is a direct reference, but there's in the bloopers for episode 1, I think. Yeah, for Star Wars episode 1, there's just an animation of a Sandcrawler just hauling ass across the desert, and it is so funny, and it's just...
Gonna die
There's just-
historic on the Fury
There's
Road.
just something really funny about a Sandcrawler going very fast.
Some little Jawa with a platinum spray paint saying, "Witness me."
That would. That is the crossover we need.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
funny.
the
I want a
crossover
Star
we
Wars
need.
Mad Max,
They
please.
were invented as self-propelled bases for mining squads, but then just left there, and then the Jawas adapted them as mobile homes,
Cute.
essentially.
That's
That's cute.
resourceful.
Yeah,
That's resourceful.
Jawas said finders keepers, and then they lived by that forever.
I do enjoy the Jawas.
'Cause, yeah, some company tried mining Tatooine, it didn't work, so they just left all their mining equipment there. The Jawas just...
That makes
Also
sense.
funny how the Jawas in this only say Utini. I appreciate that. They say the only thing they're known for. Meanwhile, Luke and Darth Vader continue their lightsaber duel.
Lightsaber.
Yes. Also running through Jabba the Hutt sail barge.
Oh yeah.
I'll stop that because that was so funny of just Jawa getting completely blasted
Uh-huh.
by a Sandcrawler, then the little monkey getting hit by the 2 vehicles, and then Jawa getting hit again by the Sandcrawler.
It was like
No, hitting
It was
by
the
barge.
barge just.
overkill. It was
It
good.
was
It was
overkill.
funny.
It was funny. Meanwhile,
We love to see it.
We love
what was
it.
Vader gets inside the Sandcrawler and gets rid of the Jawas by just yeeting them out. But Luke then shows up before his foe can take the holocrons. Unfortunately, the vehicle is headed straight for the streets of Mos Eisley and chasing C-3PO, who is no longer in hypnosis. Luke stops the Sandcrawler, but Vader manages to steal every holocron and escape in his shuttle.
Run away with
Because
his little
Luke's a good
arms
guy.
over his
Oh
head.
my gosh. Vader with his arms over his head, holding the holocrons, just around the corner as Luke's watching is so silly.
That was pretty
Luke's
funny.
little legs
He
kicking
gets
from the
his
rubble.
cape tangled in something, has to cut it
Oh
off.
my gosh,
His cape's
yes.
like this big.
And it gets caught in the
It gets in the
land
turbine
speeder.
of the land spider.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's so funny.
God, I love Lego.
I love Lego.
I love Lego Darth Vader. I don't know why.
Lego Darth Vader's very funny.
It is funny,
He's
right?
just like
They
he's-
let him be
he's
the
le-
bitch that he's meant to be.
He's a lot less
Yeah.
competent
Yeah.
and just silly.
He feels like if Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker, you know?
I know, right?
You got a point there.
When like, I'll be the greatest Jedi ever. It's like, that's impossible because you're looking at him. Like, sure.
Don't call me Brother Pants. You got me. You got me.
So,
can tell.
he gets away and his ship's glowing blue. Yoda and Obi-Wan's spirit, just spirit one singular, are on Dagobah discussing the consequence of Vader willing the holocrons. Fortunately, they call for the help of veteran hero Jack 14, who we all know,
As
to
we
assist
all
them in the
know.
recover
Yeah, all of
of the
us.
sacred art. To assist them in there to recover the sacred artifacts.
Sure.
Classic.
You're doing great, Wikipedia.
Classic wiki.
Is there a part of me that wants to go make a Wikipedia
Now I
account
need
just
to-
so I
I
can
need to
grammar
see
check?
Who the
Yes.
heck Jack 14
Jack
is
14.
canon?
Is that a Jack with a C with an E? Jack 14, or am I just
Jack
mishearing?
14 is canon.
I don't know what any of these words mean.
His canon article is very, very small, though. Oh, right, because the Freemaker Saga is canon, which is Lego. So there is one Lego thing that is canon. That's
Okay,
Freemakers.
so he is just a Lego character.
But what's his deal? Well,
He's just there. He looks like George Lucas. I thought it was a George Lucas joke. I thought that the joke was that they needed help, and so they were calling
The
upon
guy in
George
the hammock?
Lucas.
Hammock-
Yeah.
hammock.
he is a
Yep.
Force-sensitive Sith clone of a basic clone trooper created by Count Dooku,
We're in Holocrons.
intended
Created
to be
by
part
Count
of a much
Dooku.
larger Sith clone army.
I thought.
What's the deal with his? Okay, he has an electrical left arm,
Why would
just
you?
made out of electricity. It looks like.
It looked like it. It didn't look like it was solid
Why would
matter.
you want a Sith clone army when the Sith were the ones who made the original clone army? You already had a clone army. That was the point of the clone army.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's not your average beige Becky. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his electric arm
He's
and his.
Oh, apparently
straw
later on
hat.
in this series, he gets a biological arm by Master Yoda.
Oh,
Probably
Oh.
because the electric arm is less than useful.
that's fair.
Okay, so that's a whole thing. But he is canon.
Sneezed everywhere.
Okay. Good for him.
Boom.
But the only canonicity of himself is that he was a Force-sensitive male individual. That's about it.
Cool.
Fantastic.
So that's okay.
He's just a guy.
Final
just a guy,
thoughts.
just a
Moment
beige
of
Becky.
the movie. I'm gonna take mine right out. My moment of the movie is Jabba the Hutt getting hit by a sandcrawler, going very fast. And my final thoughts are: it was pretty standard Lego Star Wars fare. There are better Lego Star Wars out there, though. So if you like the humor in this, go watch the holiday special.
Cool. You go.
My favorite part first.
Yeah.
Obviously was the
The Jawas.
Jawas.
The Jawas, yeah.
The ones flying off. And ultimately, I don't know. I didn't know really what to expect. It was definitely better than I was expecting, if that makes sense, in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I have thought about going back and watching some in an elevated state of mind, just to kind of see, like, you know,
That
Just
would be
Star Wars in
fun.
general.
yeah, just like watch
Wait,
the-
hold on. Star Wars in general would also be fun.
Star Wars in
Yeah.
general is fun.
I
But the
I
Lego
got a
Star Wars,
notification. I missed that one. Okay, Lego Star Wars. Okay.
I would
Yeah.
like to go through and watch some more and just kind of get more context.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to like Google the watch order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
I don't know if they have the Padawan Menace on Disney Plus. I don't think they do.
They have it on all kinds of questionably legal
They
sites
probably
on
have
the
it on
internet.
YouTube, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
What about you, Rachel?
My moment of the movie was Han Solo's Markiplier ass scream. That was
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
That one
it's-
caught me
it's-
enough
it's
off
on
guard.
several places.
especially since we had been making jokes about it already.
Apparently, there's a part in Padawan Menace where George Lucas shows up to give the script Darth Vader.
I love that.
Oh wait, there was another part 2 where he was like, "I can't hear you. The music's too loud."
That's
And like,
pretty
the
good.
score
yeah.
was actually too loud. It was really funny. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
sorry.
a
I
funny
didn't mean to
joke.
interrupt.
No. You're good. My verdict is that
Oh shoot.
it was cute and delightful, and I'm gonna go watch more of them
Mm-hmm.
because I like them, and I've been meaning to watch Lego Star Wars stuff, and I just haven't gotten around to it, and now I'm gonna.
Time to rank this Mamma Jamma.
Okay,
Star Wars.
I feel like it's gonna be pretty high.
Yeah. The new Yoda Chronicles race for the Holocrons.
That's too many words.
Yeah, when you sent me that title, I was
It's
like, "This is
such
gonna be
a
a
long
whole ass
title.
Yeah.
movie." And when I pulled it up yesterday, I was like, "Oh, it's only 24 minutes."
I'm really
I
glad
got
it was a
this.
short because Collins texted me while I was walking to the studio today to be like, "Do you remember?" And I was like, No.
Okay, so I'll start at the top, and then when we get to a ranking position, we'll go there. Okay, start at the top. Frozen 2, Dead Man's Chest, Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, The Last Jedi, Hamilton, The Muppets, 2011, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Finding Dory, Fishhooks, Cars, The Simpsons, Hatching Pete, Noelle, Hocus Pocus, gotta go below Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
The Incredible Hulk 1996 animated series, Toy Story Toon, Small Fry.
I think it goes above Small Fry.
Small Fry. I'm saying it
I'm
goes
not
above The Incredible
seeing
Hulk as well.
I didn't see Incredible Hulk, so I'll trust you on that.
Yeah, I
It was
didn't see
like
either
very
of those.
standard, like 80s cartoon fare.
Okay.
Very well.
Not that good.
Okay.
So
So
there
he's
we go.
rated.
It's at number 16, Lego Star Wars. It's
16.
like just everything's like pretty like because it's like medium centered, and then there's just wong.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figure.
It's the only thing that takes up
An entire line.
an entire line and more.
Oh my god. That seems
Okay.
excessive.
Fantastic.
So, film information and statistics, real quick. This was written by Michael Price, directed by Michael Hegner, and released June 15, 2014. Runtime of 22 minutes. IMDb score 7.2 out of 10. No Rotten Tomatoes scores whatsoever. It fails the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
And it passes the cult test because we got the Sith in there. So, Star Wars always passes. And time to spin the wheel. I'll have Rachel do it this time. This
Okay.
week's wheel was submitted by email by Xantos and is the National Geographic Exploring the World Collection, which will be for the next episode.
Oh, okay.
And it is a big wheel. It's got a lot of stuff on it.
It was really heavy. It took a
Lot of-
lot of
and this
effort
is-
for me
this
to
is
spin
all-
it.
Okay. India's Wild Leopards 2020.
Sounds like fun. Have fun with that one, Logan.
Thanks, Logan. Thank you all so much for listening. This is a shorter episode, which is fine. I like the short ones. If you like the show, please review us on whatever podcast service you use and listen to and share it with your friends.
That's
you can send
good.
reviews or comments to WhereStreamsComeTrue@gmail.com or at Studio76 WSCT on Twitter or the Studio76 Twitter. Send it to them. Bother them. You can submit a wheel such as category search them in Disney Plus. Send your review. We can be on the show. Submit a recording on anchor.fm/WhereStreamsComeTrue if you want to do that sort of thing. I don't check that often, so thank you for coming. We finished before 2 p.m.
Yay!
Yay!